Hello, welcome to the channel, and I want to introduce you to something I'm just going to try out now. This is only going to be a short video, but I've been umming and ahhing about doing a sort of a let's play type thing with train simulator, so I'm going to try this out and see how it goes basically. So I'm pretty well into train simulator, as you can probably imagine with some of my very first videos. I have spent quite a lot, shall we say, on content. I mean 24 pages of it, and 9 pages of routes basically. But I'm going to do a very quick run. Now this is a rake I put together to sort of almost replicate the inaugural run, which is about to run on Thursday, should it all go to plan. Now let's try going from King's Cross, if I can spell it right. There's a funny thing with the search on here is it doesn't always come up. Let's find the Peterborough route. Good old Peterborough. There we go. East Coast Main Line to Peterborough. Now let's just go to somewhere, just a short run really. Let's make it a bit later in the day. Shall we say traditional departure time? Now it's not summer, it is of course winter. So let's click start. As we're speaking now really, Fine Scotsman has done her trial run to Scarborough and back, and she is due to move tomorrow down to London for her inaugural run on Thursday. It's been a long journey, but I'm kind of glad they're getting there. And well, suffice to say, I think a lot of the discontent, shall we say, about the restoration will soon be forgotten really. I think that'll be in the distant past. Now while I'm playing this, and while we're waiting just for this to load, I'm actually drinking the Flying Scotsman beer, which has been produced by York Brewery, a traditional session bitter, 3.6%. Quite a light ale, at least it is to me anyway. Well, yeah, 73s, I've never quite got the appeal of them. Apparently the new 73s, the re-engined ones, are quite something to look at and to ride behind, as they had the uprated diesel engines. Yeah, I quite like these screens actually, showing off what's coming up and what's out already, of course. The Class 40 is it's quite a fun drive actually, though very complex to get it to start up. I won't try and convince you that I'm an expert at this game. I don't think I'm actually that good at it. So we're gonna just see how it plays really. Right, here we go. Now, one thing you will notice is I've got the Steam Sound Supreme pack on this one. So it has the Flying Scotsman headboard and the new sound set. So let's just release the brake. Express headlamps on. Full forward gear. Now it's raining, it's snowy. Let's just see if she can keep her footing. See if I just ramp it right up, she will spin out. So just keep that down low for a bit until she picks up a bit of speed, or in fact take it off just so that she actually gets her traction back. The climb out of Gasworks tunnel on this is quite slow. Need to take its time really to stop the slipping. Of course, set it to rain. traditional British weather. And Alexandra Palace is only just shy of 5 miles, so a nice short run. I think once you get up to speed we'll have to start slowing down really. Now Flying Scotsman is well, if you're watching this video you must know at least a little bit about it. Of course with early record attempts, first engine built by the LNER, which is number 1472, displayed at the Empire Exhibition for 2 years running in 1924 and 25, where she was displayed opposite the GWS Caerphilly Castle and Pendennis Castle on subsequent years. 1928, first non-stop run to Edinburgh with the corridor tender, which I believe one of, if not the original prototype corridor tender, is now behind 6007 Sir Nigel Gresley. Let's just pull that reverser back a little bit. I avoid of course opening the firebox doors in the tunnel for blowback, otherwise he kills the driver basically and it ends the game. So let's just keep ticking over there. Not working it too hard yet. You can see the unbranded HST just going into the tunnel, and under of course the old Eurostar platform. Well, they are the current Eurostar. No, that's right. These are the ones for Waterloo, I believe. No, I think I've got my geography wrong. Anyway, now London to Peterborough. The London section is actually a little bit system intensive. Like I say, I haven't got the best piece in the world. Seems to manage okay with this, but of course I'm recording at the same time, which is a little bit unusual. I've not adjusted my settings or anything to compensate for that. Now, as you saw, I had a bit of a slip there, and I managed to get that back under control very quickly, unfortunately. But I'm cruising quite slowly, actually. I'm dropping speed. Nice beer. Should I be drinking and driving a train? Who cares? Alright. She's working quite hard now, actually. Let's get that regular open. No, the slip. Come on. There we are. Good girl. I quite like the sound you get in the tunnels on this. That echoey sound, that sort of like that, really. This is like I said, this is a sound pack for the Scotsman set from Steam Sound Supreme. Of course, you can hear the chuffing, and you've heard the wheel spin, but you've got the main whistle and the secondary as well. I think Scotsman is now fitted with the original shriek whistle, which is up near the cab somewhere. I think it's actually supposed to be around about there. Anyway, a little bit of slip there again, but she's holding her ground. Now this is what I call a sort of a rail tour rake, basically. About 13 Mark 1s, no diesel on the back, as it does have the tendency on this game to assist more than you want it to, rather than being dead, without of course creating a scenario for it. This is just a quick drive. So approaching Finsbury Park now. Okay, just plodding along really, but getting up a bit of speed now. She generally doesn't slip when she's moving like this. course, there's... Well, spoke too soon, I think. Let's get that back under control again. Okay. Now, I've not actually put any coal in it yet, so let's get that back up, leave it till it goes to about 75–80%. I tend to keep the boiler nearly full. I don't think I really should, but I prefer it, and it gives me a bit to work through should I need it. Now, on this game I don't tend to pay too much attention to speed limits unless I'm doing a scenario. It's very rare that I'm doing a scenario. I'm playing this thing for fun. So, we're flying a bit now. Now, just while we're cruising along, really, building up speed, you can just sort of have a bit of a play, really. We do have the top-down view, the in front of the buffers view, which we can actually zoom out a little bit. It's quite nice actually for the sound, that one. And of course you can play about with the field of view, really. Just coming through Finsbury Park now. I'm pretty sure that this will be absolutely rammed with photographers and video cameras come Thursday, but well, we all technically own it now, so why the hell not? The inaugural run, the tickets were going for as much as 450. I mean, I've booked myself on to a trip in May, but that was a much less. That was about 150 for the first class. The inaugural run, I believe, is all first class or Pullman dining. So I've lost a bit of pressure now, so I'm just going to ease that back. I'll put the blower on as well to take the water off and just let that build up a little bit. Now, what you will get to watch is how rubbish I am at hitting the marker with the stations. I always either just run too short and have to just pull it forward, and sometimes I'll just overshoot. Plain and simply overshoot. And that's because I'm a little bit lax when I'm playing this. I'm not following procedures or anything. I'm just playing it as I see it, really. Ooh, my frame rate's dropping there. Okay, that was just Haringey we just passed, and now we're coming up past Hornsey, and you can see Alexandra Palace, which is actually approaching. So I think once I pass Hornsey I'll start slowing down. Of course, Hornsey is one of the depots for the well, what's now the Great Northern stock, used to be First Capital Connect. I can never say that properly without saying capital. And just zipping along now. I'm quite happy now. I sit and sip my beer. Now, the question is, got to keep talking for an hour and a half? Probably not. Alright, so let's just take that off now. Let's just let her cruise down for a bit. Let's take the blower off. I'm really glad to see Scotsman back on the main line. I think, well, for the time which she's been out of action, I think she's been largely forgotten. A tornado has kind of come in and filled the gap, I think, in a sort of a funny sense, where it's inspiring some of the younger guys in the hobby. Scotsman's back now, of course, and it's going to be quite interesting to see how it pans out with how they can possibly work together or get them to the same galas, or even once Blue Peter has finished restoration, she's gone up to crew now to be restored to running order, there will be a possibility of a A1, A2, A3 and A4 reunion lineup, which sounds quite nice actually. I believe Blue Peter's also going back into the Brunswick Green once it's restored anyway. She is currently in the early BR Apple Green, or well, LNER Apple Green with the BR branding on the tender. Quite a nice back model of it actually. So, right, so she's going to go into platform 3. Apply some brakes. Just a slightly heavy brake, I don't want too much. Although I'm not very good at this, I do still play with fully manual controls as such. I still have the manual fireman and of course the full-on reverser and separate throttle, and of course the separate brake systems. It's not too bad with the steam when it comes to the more complex diesels, and in the case of the German locos where it's got the automatic speed control, it's still fun, still a lot of fun. I find the German locos actually very easy to drive on here, as they tend to regulate themselves. So the train's a bit too long really for this platform, so let's open the doors, let people in, let them out the rain, and bit of a play with the whistles, I think. Full firebox, and should be ready for a run down to Peterborough. Thanks very much for listening. This has been an interesting record. Thank you.